Introducing another Char-Griller smoker. This is my third one. I had the Duo before. It had the smoke box, it had the smoker, it had a gas, and it had a burner. That's great, but the smoke box or the smoker area is just a little too small. So I went ahead and got one of these. It's got a giant cooking surface. The grates are cast iron. In both the smoker, this is also a mini charcoal grill if you want to, or a side smoke box. But what I really like about this, if you use this as a char griller or charcoal, like you get a bunch of steaks, you can bring this all the way up and have your charcoal just that close. And then once it's seared off and you're just trying to bring it up to temperature, you drop it all the way down the bottom, and then it'll be that far away. And then the other thing I really liked about this is if you lower it down to cool it off, so that you had some thinner that were cooking, but these are not quite done, you can raise up just one side and have the hottest to the coldest down that way. I also use this to block the heat coming from the smoke box here. It's usually a hot spot right here. So what I will do is I'll use this as a heat deflector, so that direct heat comes in here, but then it disperses around the sides and throughout. It's worked for me on the smaller ones. Since this is not a reverse flow like I like, it's a direct flow. Smoke box is here, you build your fire, the smoke and heat goes into here, cooks your meat, and then the exhaust is there. Came with a really good book. You just follow the instructions, and there's no word instructions at all. You just take and look at the pictures, you match up all of the hardware, and you just go through step by step, and it goes together. I did get a little confused at the very beginning and put the legs in the wrong place, but it wouldn't work with it that way, so it was easy to find. Put the legs on, put the grate on, put the wheels on, put the smoke box on, put the lid on, put the drawer on, thermometer, chimney. Now I did get that backwards. You can take a look at that and make sure that's on right. It's on right now. Then the handles and the accessories, and that's it. You're done. Now there's a lot of things that it says to do to prepare, so of course don't use this outside. You see I got a nice little pad underneath to catch. It came with a hanger for drip, but nothing to catch it in, so I went ahead and bought something to go there. But the very first thing they say to do is to cover this in oil, inside and out, and get a nice fire going and let it cook for a couple of hours to kind of get the oil into the grains of the metal. We're not going to get this hot enough to do any kind of polymer or anything. We're just going to get the oil to go into the metal by letting the metal expand and contract. So that's what I'll be working on. I'll show you when it's done. So what I'm using is just a store brand canola oil. You can use pork fat if you want to. You can use duck fat. You do use whatever, but what we're doing is we're just kind of protecting the paint on the outside and the metal on the inside. The paint is not under warranty, so if and when it starts to go, you have to touch it up. But that's just part of owning the smoker. And what I'm doing is I'm getting every surface I can find, top, bottom, side, and inside. Now I took the drawer out here to get underneath it, and then I'll get the bottom of the drawer. So now that's protected. That goes back in here, and I'm not gonna go through this whole thing with you. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. If you can get the picture now. See, here's the holder for the charcoal or wood. Both sides of that, nice sprayed. That goes in here. The grill grates that go on here, I'm not going to put those in yet. I'm going to get those really good and oiled down. Those are cast iron, and I want those to be treated, heat treated. So I'm going to do those in the oven at 450 degrees in the house. So there you go. A little bit of oil. Now, you notice I'm on wood, which most people don't recommend. I have a nice little silicone mat, but that's really not going to stop anything if it got hot enough. You want to keep a fire extinguisher close. You want to use common sense. You're dealing with fire and wood, and just don't do anything stupid. Read the manual. It'll tell you not to use this indoors. That goes without saying. If it gets raining, don't worry about it. Close it up. It'll rain. It'll stay hot. So there you go. I will finish this up today. I might get a little more footage of it burning in, and then we're going to do some ribs tomorrow. Very hot. You ready? First one. It's 2 full, untrimmed spare ribs. Room for another. That's some chicken livers and some trim from the ribs. And this thing, it got to 220, and I shut down the chimney and the vent, and it stopped. So this is the first time I'm getting an equilibrium on it, so this might take a little while.
Now, I've had this for about 3 months. I've cooked on it several times. I did 4 pork butts at once, and yesterday I did a whole brisket. It's really working well. I'm very happy with it, and I just wanted to show you kind of the first setup. I'll be using this a lot on videos. I like it. I think you will too. Thank you for watching.